Hey, how's it going? This is from my stream on April 20th. I stream live on Fridays and Saturdays typically, so check it out.
Hello,
All
I'm
right,
Bob
Bob
Ross.
Ross, show me what
I'd
you
like to
got.
welcome you to the 14th Joy of Painting series. First of all, I'd like to thank you for inviting me back for another series of painting shows. If this is your first time with us, then let me extend a personal invitation for you to get out your brushes and paint along. I'll tell you what, or just drag up the old easy chair and spend a relaxing half hour enjoying some of nature's masterpieces. We're painting with about a dozen oil colors, a few unorthodox brushes, and each show I'll try to show you how easy it is for you to paint and how much fun it can be. So I'll tell you what, let's go on up here to the canvas and get started. Now, I've already covered the canvas with a nice thin even coat of liquid white. The liquid white just makes the canvas wet and slick. It allows us to actually blend color right on the canvas, and it really
There
makes
we
our
go.
painting much simpler than
Thank
traditional
you.
methods. So I tell you what, let's start out and have them run all the colors
I
across the
accidentally
screen
deleted my old
that you will use
background,
home
so I
to
figured
paint
I'd
along
just do
with.
this.
And they'll come across in the same order as I have them on the palette, starting with a white and working around. And while they're doing that, let's go on up here and let's get started. And let's just do a happy little scene today, and I'll show you a very simple scene. Hello,
All
I'm
right,
Bob
Bob
Ross.
Ross, show me what
I'd
you
like to
got.
welcome you to the 14th Joy of Painting series. First of all, I'd like to thank you for inviting me back for another series of painting shows. If this is your first time with us, then let me extend a personal invitation for you to get out your brushes and paint along. I'll tell you what, or just drag up the old easy chair and spend a relaxing half hour enjoying some of nature's masterpieces. We're painting with about a dozen oil colors, a few unorthodox brushes, and each show I'll try to show you how easy it is for you to paint and how much fun it can be. So I'll tell you what, let's go on up here to the canvas and get started. Now, I've already covered the canvas with a nice thin even coat of liquid white. The liquid white just makes the canvas wet and slick. It allows us to actually blend color right on the canvas, and it really
There
makes
we
our
go.
painting much simpler than
Thank
traditional
you.
methods. So I tell you what, let's start out and have them run all the colors
I
across the
accidentally
screen
deleted my old
that you will use
background,
home
so I
to
figured
paint
I'd
along
just do
with.
this.
And they'll come across in the same order as I have them on the palette, starting with a white and working around. And while they're doing that, let's go on up here and let's get started. And let's just do a happy little scene today, and I'll show you a very simple scene that you can do and you'll enjoy. Let's start off today with an old 2-inch brush and go right into a small amount of the phthalo blue. Doesn't take a great deal, just a little. And just tap a little color into the bristles. By tapping, that assures a nice even distribution of color all the way through the bristles. There we go. Let's go right on up here. Now, let's start right up at the top, and we use little crisscross strokes, just making little X's, and go all the way across the top.
I think
That
this would work
easy.
better.
That's all you have to do. Now, the blue on your brush is continually mixing with the liquid white that's already on the canvas. So that way, it blends automatically as you work downward. And in a landscape,
You know, is this the best program to use to follow along with? Might have another program. Oh God, what's it called? Just gonna test this real quick. See if it might work a little bit better. Yeah, this is gonna work way better. Okay. Let's close out paint. And where is it? There it is. Why are you tiny? Oh, of course it wants to be difficult. Give me just a sec to try and fix this. Yeah, that works. crank it down a little bit. There we go. Okay, so I need to go back to... Oh, I need a white background. I am horribly unprepared for this. There we go.
It should always get lighter toward the horizon. That helps create the illusion of depth and distance in your painting. There we go. Just little crisscross strokes, like so. Okay, maybe about down like that. Now, I thought today we'd put a happy little cloud in the sky. If you're going to put clouds in the sky, then you might want to make your sky a tiny bit darker so the clouds will stand out. You need the dark in order for a light to show against it.
I can do that.
Okay, now very gently I'll just go all the way across. And that just removes the brush strokes and brings everything together. Isn't that easy? We have a very nice little sky. Tell you what, while we have that blue on the brush, I'm going to go right back into my phthalo blue. And I'm going to reach right next door here and grab the least little touch of the phthalo green. Very small amount. Doesn't take much. It's very strong. Very strong. Okay, let's go back up here. Now maybe we'll have a little water in this painting.
Oh, a little water.
So start from the outside and pull inward. Pull it across, like so. Pull across. There we go. See, if you start here and go across, it leaves a big distinct line, which is very hard to blend out. So come from the outside in, and that way you don't have that distinct line. And this little area that's left in here, if everything works just right, it'll look just like a little sheen of light coming across your water when you're all finished.
Oh, I get it. Okay.
And you can take a little bit of this color and bounce it back up here.
I'm not an artist by any means.
It doesn't matter. The big thing that we try to teach you here is to enjoy what you're doing and to have fun. Painting should make you happy. Should make you happy. Okay, let's wash the brush. That might be the most fun part of this whole technique.
Beat the devil out of it.
We wash our brushes with odorless thinner. Shake them off. I have a box down here. And I just shake the brush into the box and, and beat the devil out of it.
Like you said, the
Now with a
thing.
nice clean dry brush, let's go right back over this and just blend it together. The light spot will remain in your painting there. You don't have to worry about it. It'll stay there. And you can blend the sky to whatever degree that you want it. Okay. Now then, that's just to knock off any excess paint that's on the brush. It's easier than cleaning it. We said we'd have a happy little cloud in this painting, so we'll use a fan brush today. You could do this with a 1-inch brush or a 2-inch brush. I just picked up the fan brush.
I've tried painting a couple of
Put
times,
titanium white into it.
but
It's a very firm paint, and use just the corner of the brush.
never really
and just
did
make little
too
circles.
much with it.
Happy little circles.
But I've always wanted to do this.
See there? Little tiny circles. There.
Little
Just
tiny
let 'em
circles.
float right on off the canvas. You have to make big decisions. This piece of canvas is your world, and you have to decide. You have to decide where things live in your world, because you have unlimited power here. You can do anything that you want to do. Anything that you want to do. There, you're only restricted here by your imagination.
I don't expect greatness out of
Wash off
this,
the fan
but
brush.
I think it'll turn out nice
Now
at
just dry
least.
the fan brush on a paper towel. Now, back to our 2-inch brush. We'll take just the top corner, and we're going to blend the base of the clouds out. Tiny little circles using just the top corner of the brush. Then grab it and fluff it. Tease it. Pull it up a little. And then very lightly, 3 hairs and some air, just go across. And that easy, you've built a beautiful little cloud. Same thing over here. Just the corner of the brush, just to stir it up a little. Lift it, and then blend it. There you go. Isn't that quick? You have a couple of happy little clouds that live in your sky. Let's build us a little mountain today. For that, I'll use some Prussian blue. We'll take a little midnight black, some Van Dyke brown, little lizard crimson. What the heck? What the heck? Main
Maybe a
thing we're looking for here
little
is a good bullet
gray.
color. Pull it out as flat as you can get it. Just really exert some force. Go straight down with the knife. There, cut across, and we get a tiny roll of paint right on the edge of the knife. Now then, this is where you have to make a big decision. Where does your mountain live? Maybe in our...
I need to find... Oh no, I just need to make that thinner. Yeah.
world our mountain's going to live. Does now. Right there. With a firm pressure.
Maybe that's a bit too thin.
Firm pressure. Push that paint right into the fabric. There we go. Just right into the fabric. Act like you're trying to push a hole through. You're not going to hurt it. It's strong. Very strong. Okay, now then.
Oh,
Maybe
jeez.
there's another little bump there. And you decide. Wherever you want to. Scrape off all the excess paint. You can hear how hard I'm scraping. There. Really get in there and get tough with it.
Yeah, it is probably easier in real life. I just don't have any painting supplies.
Now we'll take our 2-inch brush and we want to grab it and pull it. I'm still applying a great deal of pressure here. Grab it, pull firmly downward. That helps create that illusion of mist at the base of your mountain. There we go. See there? That's all there is to it.
Some happy little mountains.
And by using the shadows and highlight shapes here that are created by the brush, you can lay out your entire mountain without ever being committed. There we go. See, you can just lay them out and change them and move them. That's a super way to cheat a little bit. And there's no such thing as cheating in painting. If it works for you and it makes you feel good, then it's just right. There we are. Let's wash the brush. Shake it off. And there we are. We have the strangest looking cameramen in television. All of them have these weird colored freckles. Then we'll take just titanium white, pull it out flat, cut across, and once again, our small roll of paint. It's so important to load that knife correctly. Go right up here, touch, no pressure, no pressure. There. Just
Oh my god, he's done so much. Just a little bit of white. Okay.
let the knife float. Just let it float right down the side of the mountain, but no pressure. If you apply a lot of pressure, it's going to look just like you're icing a cake. You're not going to have all this.
Oh, I have a cloud brush. Didn't even realize.
The other problem that people experience a great deal is they use a paint that's too thin. If you use a thin paint, it's just going to turn to mud.
I can probably use this
You're
for
gonna
the
be unhappy.
snow.
And
Yeah, that
I really
looks
want this to
good.
work for you. Get a paint that's very dry and very firm. That's most important. There. Now then, before we get too far along, get carried away here, let's put a little shadow now. Just take a little bit of blue, little white. There. Just mix it like so. Pull it out. Once again, our little roll of paint, that's so important. Now, go right up in here.
He is very
No
fast.
pressure. Once again, no pressure.
Just a little
Let
bit.
that knife just float.
Yeah.
See there?
I should have done more
The shadow
mountains.
color in the
I didn't realize he
opposite or
did like
opposing
most of the
direction.
middle
I
with
like
it.
that. Now maybe right up in here. There. See there?
Oh, who says I can't add more?
Isn't it fantastic that you can build a mountain that easy? And you really can. You really can. Every day I get letters from people all over the country who never in their life suspected they could paint such beautiful paintings. And just from watching the different shows that we've put on, they're doing fantastic works. Absolutely fantastic. And the more you practice, the easier it becomes and the better you get. If there's a secret to this style of painting, or any style of painting, it's practice. That's all.
Having those hard lines
There's no big
kinda
mysteries here. We show you
messes
how
up
to
my
do it.
flow.
All you need to do is just practice a little. Okay, make sure your brush is good and dry, and now we want to help create that illusion of mist down here.
Yeah, why not?
All we're doing is tapping.
Drawing is meant to be
all over.
fun. I'm just gonna pause that for a moment. Drawing is always meant to just be fun and relaxing. I used to watch a lot of Bob Ross when I was a kid, because I had really bad anger issues. And it was just very relaxing, and very fun. There we go. Okay. What am I doing? Make bigger clouds. The mist. There we go. I've always been envious of my sister, because she's a pretty good artist. But it's not about being good or bad, it's just about having fun with it. Oh my god, it looks way better now. Alright, add a little bit of light blue. Just to add some depth to it. Oh yeah. Okay, so now I need to add in... Let's see... I do have a smudging tool. Oh my god, I have not used this tool very much. Whoa. Okay. That kind of didn't work too well. Hold on. Can use it to smudge up the clouds, though. Maybe a little too much smudging. Hold on. This is the first time I've ever actually used this program. It's called Medibang Paint Pro. Whoops. Yeah, I don't really like the smudge tool. Let's just undo all of that. Yeah, I'm just playing around with these new tools. Okay. Do I have... I guess I can just do a really thin brush. I want to add some more snow to this, though. So I want to go back to the cloud. Whoops. Oh, right. Maybe just a pencil? Whoa, that's too much. Add in all these dots and then I can smudge them together. That's an idea. Where's the smudge? There it is. Hello, Volcana. I am leaning way too far forward. Okay, Bob Ross, what do we got next?
And lifting upward. See there?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Just the base of it. And give it a little upward lift. Over here, follow these angles. There. Now, sometimes you can have a little fun. Maybe you take a little blue on the brush. Now watch here. Look at the power you have. You can bring that mountain right around. See there? You can make it go right around corners. And it helps create a little more interest in your mountain. Of course, we're not interested in that happy bug. But if you're out selling paintings, this is what'll sell your painting is these little extras. Makes your painting special. There we go. See, it created another plane in that mountain and brought it forward. And you can do all kinds of little tricks like it. Just practice a little bit. In just a few days, you won't believe. You just absolutely won't believe what you can do. Okay.
Yeah, that looks nice.
Let's go back to my old fan brush. I'm gonna go right into this old dark color that I used to make the mountain. Let's see, that was some black and some Prussian blue and some Van Dyke brown. There we go. I tell you, let's add a little sap green to that too. What the heck?
Yeah.
There we are. Okay. Load the brush full of paint, both sides, full of paint. And maybe back in here, there's some little trees that live far away.
If I had actual paint stuff, I would totally do this in real life.
There. So take the brush.
Are we doing happy little trees? Okay.
Hope you can see that all right. Now then, you have to make some decisions here. Where do they live?
What can I use for that?
Where do they live in your world? This is one of the easiest, nicest, most effective ways that I've ever seen to make the indication of a lot of little trees that live far away.
Definitely not that.
Even if you've never painted before, certainly this is a snap. You can do this. There. And there we are. Maybe. Look at there. Look at there. There they come.
Do I have a brush that can mimic that? Fluffy watercolor? Oh god, no. Could probably use that. Or flat brush? Yeah, flat brush. Yeah. God, I'm dying. What else do I got? I'm trying not to cough. Yeah. I think I just gotta do it like this. Make it a little bit thinner. I want it to be darker though. Maybe a little bit more green. Hmm. How can I do this? Ooh. Yeah, that works. Okay. Just gonna make it thinner. Maybe I don't need that many trees though. God, I wish I had a like a drawing tablet. How many trees has he done? Oh, he's doing the whole thing. Okay. Connected to the water. Maybe I should add more water. I'm gonna put all the stuff I'm using up at the top. Or, just all together like that. Do some more cloud. Um, take the white, lighten that up a little bit. Not like that. There we go. Go back to the chalk. What happens if I smudge it? Soft smudge. Yeah, I think that makes it look a little bit better. Okay. So I just gotta add a bunch of little happy trees. My posture is atrocious. Fill in the gaps a little bit. Yeah, I'm gonna smudge it a little bit. Too much smudging? I think it's a little better. think maybe what I can do after I'm done smudging it, go back to that, make a smaller thing, and just try and add a little more definition. Yeah, I think a lot of the white seeped onto it. That was a terrible line. So if I add a little bit more, let's make that a little bigger. A little darker. Yeah. A little darker green there. Honestly, I think this spray paint tool on regular paint would work better on this. But I am determined to continue with the tools that I am currently using. I think that's better. What is fluffy pastel? Yeah, we'll add a little bit of that to it. I think that's better. Tree, or fuck, dots. Let's make it smaller, less noticeable. I guess this is the spray paint tool. Whoops. Maybe that's a bit much. Just want to fill in some of these gaps, and I don't know if the dots are even doing anything. Oh, no. Move that up. Okay.
There. And there we are. Maybe. Look at there. Look at there. There they come. When you're painting in this technique, you just sort of, you let your imagination go. Just let your mind wander. Because you can create any illusion that you want. Just let your mind think of things and off you
I think
go.
the smudge ruined it a bit.
There.
Less intense, maybe?
And I'm tapping quite firmly here. Really tap. You know, at the beginning of the show, I said something about drag up your old easy chair and relax with me. I had a letter from a fantastic lady, and she told me each week when the show comes on in her area, she drags up her old easy chair, and she's going to sit and watch the show. And every week, without fail, she falls asleep. And she says by the time she wakes up, I finished the painting and gone, left her there in the chair by herself. But, you know, whether you awaken refreshed or you paint along with us, either way, I hope you enjoy this as much as I enjoy being here with you. There. All I'm doing
Thank
here
you,
is
Bob
taking that
Ross.
color and pulling it straight down to create a little reflection.
I created the reflection without even meaning to.
Gently, gently across. And we have instant reflections. Now, I've got several old fan brushes going here, so I don't have to spend all my time washing them. So I'm going to go into, we'll take a little yellow, reach up here, get a little sap green, load the brush full of color, a lot of color. Go right back up here. And maybe back in here, there's some little grassy areas that live. Just take, give it a little upward push, bend the bristles, push upward. See there?
A little lighter
And
green.
we can make just the indication of some little grassy things that live back here in the distance, wherever you want them. There. Just all kinds of little projections.
Oh yeah, I see what you're throwing down, Bob.
Ochre here and there, little Indian yellow, whatever. Okay.
You want me to add a little yellow?
Just take a
Me a
nice
little yellow.
touch of the liquid white. I'm going to put it on the canvas, or on the palette.
A little light
Cut
blue.
across it like that.
Yeah, it looks a little like a smiley
There we
face.
go.
I can see that.
Just cut in the indication of a little water line. Just wherever. But keep these lines basically straight, or it look like your water is going to run right off the side of the canvas. We don't want that to happen. See how you can create all kind of little places where this is where the big trout hides back in here. There. And when you're painting, make up little stories in your mind. Think about the big fish that lives here, and maybe this is in the far north. Maybe there's a little beaver that comes along here and has fun. Just make up little stories. And yes, people might think you're a little touched.
This smudge tool
But
is a
cleaners are allowed
lifesaver.
to
Oh
be
my
different.
god.
So enjoy that. It really helps your painting if in your own mind that's your world and you can relate to it. There we go. I'm mixing up a big bunch of dark here. The same things, the blue, black, brown, little crimson, you know, same colors. Let's just stay with the old fan brush today. You could, once again, you could do this with any brush. Load a lot of paint into it. Let's go back up here. Maybe in our world there lives a big evergreen tree. Just start off by touching the canvas.
Big
Just the
evergreen
corner of the
tree.
brush. And just sort of let this work back and forth. See there? Once again, you can do this very nicely with a 1 or 2 inch brush, bringing it to a chisel edge. It works just as well. I just had a dirty fan brush, so thought I'd use it today. There. But it's up to you. Totally, totally up to you. There.
That's a terrible
Fan
line.
brush maybe puts more detail into it.
Okay. I'm gonna put a
Load the
little
brush again.
bit more over
A lot of
here.
paint, and it should be very, very dark. We're going to put some highlights on there, so you need this to be dark so the highlights will show. Let's give him a friend. You know me, if you've painted with me before, I think everything needs a friend, even the trees and the bushes and everything. Friends are that important. There we go. Okay. Right on down. I've painted probably, 20, 30,000 paintings now, and I'm still fascinated. It gets you excited to see how it works and
Smudge it up a
you have to
little
try it
bit.
to understand. There we go. There we go. See, just
This is a
back and
terrible
forth,
tree.
back
Oh
and
my
forth.
god.
Think about the little limbs on this tree. Leave some.
Okay.
Leave some.
I'm gonna pause you for a second so I can try and catch up. Just gonna... There we go. Whoops. Can I use... I can use cloud. No, I can't. It looks weird. Soft cloud? Whoops. Oh. I don't know how I want to go about this. Maybe if I do this, then just smudge it around. No. I think chalk is the best bet. Whoops. Why isn't it the right color, though? Now we smudge it. Yeah, I think I just have to do a couple of layers, and then it'll look better. My favorite drink, probably... God, I really like Arizona iced tea, honestly. That stuff's good. Can't drink coffee. I used to drink coffee like crazy, and my go-to was always, an ice... Whoa. An iced, white chocolate mocha. I can appreciate the flavor of Monster, but I also can't drink Monster, so... I had a heart attack when I was younger, and, left my heart really weak. So doctor said no energy drinks, no coffee. Now it's looking like a tree. Happened when I was 12. Malpractice. Doctor had me on way too high of a dose of ADHD medication and sent my poor little heart into palpitations. No, don't feel bad. I brought it up of my own volition. It's just how life goes sometimes. Oh yeah, that's looking good. I think you want a friend. You're gonna need a happy little friend. I'm 30, so that was 18 years ago. There we go. Let me smudge all this together. Yeah, I've gone that before. Honestly, I'm pretty self-conscious about my voice because it's sometimes gets really raspy, and I don't know, I've been made fun of for it before. But I've done vocal training. Oh God, no. No, no, no. I can't have kids. I am too mentally unstable for that. I'd like to adopt one day. Um, but I physically cannot have kids. Did I say my boys? Oh, no, 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 my voice. I've been made fun of for my voice before. No worries. Oh yeah, this tree's coming out nice. Yeah, I tend to mumble sometimes too. Just want to get a big glob in there. Maybe a little less vibrant though. That's fair. I mean, English is my first language and I still have issues sometimes.
Places in here for the birds to sit. Birds have to have a place to sit.
That's true. Birds do need to have places to sit.
Okay, just in here we can do anything we want. Just because we're going to separate all that with,
Maybe,
with
whoops.
highlights. Brush is too slow. Let's get serious. Let's take the old 2-inch brush and go right through that same color. Pull the brush in one direction through the paint. By pulling it in one direction, it'll round one corner. And that rounded corner we want to the top. Take with the rounded corner up, give it a little push. And watch here. See, when you push, look at all those little leaves and grass indications and bush indications it makes just automatically. There we go. Now, turn the brush to create shape. There. See there? Think about each individual bush. Give them names if you want to. There's one named Martha, and there's Fred. Whatever it takes. But each one of these is an individual with his own personality.
That's true. Each of them do have their own individuality.
Build in his shape. There. And as I say, people may look at you like you're a little different, but that's all right. Us painters, as you know, we're happier than most people, so it's okay. It's okay. Now then, I'm gonna go back to my fan brush and take some sap green, a lot of sap green, a little bit of the yellow. Okay, let's go right up here. Now then, I'm just going to just use the corner of the brush and put in the indication here and there
Wrong
some
one.
highlights.
I don't know if there's a way to show chat with full screen. Is it too small on here? Could also make this video bigger. Let's do that. I just have, oh, chat with full screen. I'm stupid. I completely misread that. I'm honestly not sure.
I want these trees to remain quite dark. Quite dark. Don't want to lose that contrast.
Yeah. I think you can pop out chat.
And the mountain shows that you're
and then just
right.
like have this full
So
screen.
more emphasis on the right
and
side of this tree.
do it like that. I don't know. I have two monitors, so
there's more shadows toward the bottom of the tree. Plus, the old limbs are not as bright and shiny as the new ones. There, just right into nothing. Now maybe
where
maybe we want
was
indication here and there of some sticks and twigs. Now this is all you have to do is just take the knife, scrape right through the paint, allow some of the canvas to show through. Now most of these little twigs will be covered up when we get finished. But the ones that show through here, people will think you worked for weeks with your little one-haired brush. Put all that detail in there. And that's our secret. We don't tell them any different. Okay, maybe a couple over here, wherever you want them. Just sort of make a decision, drop them in. Let's use the old 1-inch brush. Dave, we'll put some highlights in here.
That's too much.
One of our golden rules, a thin paint will stick to a thick paint. So we start with the thickest paint imaginable when we put it on the canvas. Now, when I start highlighting this, I want a thinner paint. These yellows are made to a thinner consistency intentionally.
No, that's too much.
So they'll stick easy. I even dip the brush into a small amount of the liquid white to thin the paint even more.
Yeah, I do play a lot of Binding of Isaac.
At the end of this brush, look at all the paint that's in there. Probably the most
you
common
got yellow?
mistake made is not putting enough paint into the bristles. A lot of color, a lot of color. It's heavy, you can feel it. Okay, let's go right up here. Now you have to start making big decisions in here. Pick out individual bushes and stuff and trees, okay? Give a little push, gentle. It does not take a hard hit. If you've loaded the brush correctly with a nice thin paint, then all you have to do is just touch and it won't turn to mud on you. See there? One individual bush. All right, you got it now. You got it now. There we go. Now, begin picking them out. One at a time.
Yeah.
One at a time. There they come. There they are. I'm going to pick up some Indian yellow and maybe right on the tip of the bristles a little touch of the bright red, and we can put a bush out here that has little red flowers on it. See
Whoops.
that easy. You can do anything out here. Anything. One bush at a time. There we go. See, we got the ones that are farthest away
it's
first.
good to
Now we
try
can
and
come
use
back
other characters
and
to unlock
begin
stuff.
Putting some that are closer to us. Work in layers. Doing the most distant object first and working forward. Always
Azazel is really good, though. I will admit that. And it's hard to not use him.
I tell you what.
It's a little goofy, but that just means it has personality.
Look at that. Let's have some fun. Maybe in our world here, there's a big old trout lives out here. You got to have a way to go get him. So let's build us a little path. And for that, we'll take the knife, a little touch of Van Dyke Brown, pull it out very flat, cut across, and our little roll of paint again. Always that little roll of paint. And go right up here. You have to make a big decision now. Where's your path live? Maybe it comes right around, and all I'm doing is just applying some brown paint to put the general basic shape of the path in. Allow it to get larger and larger and larger as it gets closer to you. That'll make it look like there's distance there. Let's take some dark sienna, a little bit of white, mix that up, but don't over mix it. Just sort of leave it
Nice little
marbly
path
looking.
right here.
All different colors. our little roll of paint again. Go back up here and barely touching. Just let it graze. Just let it barely graze. See there? Let it graze. Ooh, that's nice. Gives you cold chills. It works so well. There we are. Look at that. See? You can do that. There we are. Let's take, now then we want to push that path down to the painting. There. All you got to do is bring some of those bushes right over it. Okay, now then let's go to the other side of the path. Maybe over here lives. There he is. It's a happy little tree that lives right
Yeah.
there. And he hangs out right over the path.
It's a little tricky to unlock tainted characters
See,
sometimes.
that path disappears back here in the bushes. We don't know where it goes. We don't know.
Gonna do.
That's a private little place back there. It's where the little rabbit hides and he has fun. Mr. and Miss
That's
Rabbit
too
live
thin.
there. That little bush it hangs over. Right there. Right there.
I think Mother's
And he's got a friend.
greenish.
Here. Like that. There we are. There. Okay. Now then, we can take just a clean knife and just go around and scrape in the indication of some little trunks and sticks and twigs and see there. That helps show distance in your painting. Shows different planes and creates that illusion of depth. So these really help. Now then, take our liner brush, put a little paint thinner on it, maybe a little bit of the Van Dyke brown. We want this color to be as thin as ink. Let's go right up here. Maybe there lives just a little stick here. And you can put a few of these in wherever you want them. See there? Just add a little excitement. While I have that brush, I want to add a little bit of red, and I think I'll sign this painting. There we are. Thin paint, as thin as ink.
A little bit of red.
I think we'll call this painting finished. And from all of us here, I really hope you've enjoyed it. So happy painting. And God bless. I'll see you next time.
God, I can't do an A. Let's get a little, let's see, a little object. Yeah, not bad. Not the best, but still fun. I don't think I'll use it as my background, though. I think the quick one that I made, I'll probably just stick with. Ew. I'll log it in. It is 3:52 for me. Make it just a little bit smaller. Eh. Why won't you let me sign it? Oh, I see why. There. Perfect. Whoops. Not mean to hit that. Okay. That was fun.